We've got another Medical Minute Monday segment for you, and today we are talking about serine uterine ablation. So I'm joined by Dr. Rhonda Schaefer-McLean from Balance Medical to tell us all about it. Good morning to you, doctor.
Good morning.
Good morning. These topics, they're hard to talk about. I mean, but we're
Not for
women.
me, of course.
Yes, of course. But we're women, and we love talking to you about this because you bring it into perspective, and you're here to help people, of course, women. So serine uterine ablation, maybe let's just start about, like, what is it?
So ablation, you know, we've talked about that really actually sometimes before, and what it just means is that we're kind of making the inside layer of the uterus go away so that we're less likely to get really harsh, nasty monthly cycles. And in the past, the way we've been able to do that most effectively is with a product called NovaSure. NovaSure continues to be an outstanding product, very, very good. The technology used there is to heat up and then kind of vaporize the inside layer. And now there's a new kid on the block called Serene.
Okay.
And the Serene folks have decided to do that with a freezing mechanism.
Okay.
And so there's some kind of natural anesthetic with that because, you know, something hurts, you put the cold pack on it and it feels a little better. So using that, we're getting a really nice option in the office for a really virtually pain-free way to get rid of the inside layer of your uterus and therefore to control ugly periods that are heavy or uncomfortable.
So uterine lining, though, so that means, you know, are you just eliminating periods in general, your menstrual cycle, how, or kind of?
So the idea is there's a hormonal piece that triggers all of your period, you know, your period to come along, and then there's this sloughing of the lining that has grown up for those 30 days. When we treat with an ablation, regardless of hot or cold, what we do is we essentially wreck that inside layer down to the regenerating layer. There's a special layer that makes that grow every month, and we scar that in, whether by hot or by cold, and then it really significantly reduces. For up to a third of people, they'll never have another period again.
Okay, so
but most people will have a significant reduction such that maybe it's only spotting, maybe it's really next to nothing.
noticeable.
Noticeable. So satisfaction rate is 95 and 96% for these procedures respectively.
And that's really high.
High.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And so that tells me probably not eligible for somebody who's still wanting kids?
Definitely no.
Okay.
You know, we're going to change the inside function of that uterus, and so it can't be, hey, I think I might want another child, then this is not the procedure for you. Rather, it's something you can sub in instead of, geez, I really dislike my monthly cycle, I don't want to take a pill, I don't want to get an IUD, but I'm really not ready to do a hysterectomy, or I don't have a downtime enough for the hysterectomy, I don't want surgery, I could then do this procedure. And these procedures can occur in the OR or in the office, actually.
Okay, yep, that was going to be one of my next questions. So, like, technically, what is the difference, or why is it different? NovaSure's hot.
NovaSure's hot, Serene is cold.
Okay.
Really, that's it. It's just two different ways to ruin something. If you, you know, if you were to put your hand into a fire, you would wreck the tissue. You know, if you put your hand into freezing cold North Dakota winter unprotected, you're going to get frostbite, ruin that tissue. Similarly.
Is this kind of what it looks like?
Yeah,
So,
it looks like some, you know,
contraption, I guess.
You know, only the very distal part, you see a little balloon there is the part that actually goes into the uterus.
That's the freezing part?
Yep, that's the freezing part. So the really cold air goes in that little balloon, and it's just...
maybe something very similar to like an IUD type of process in a kind of...
I think the way that people would think about it, it goes in that cavity and it sits there. Now we take that balloon out again, so it's just there for the minutes that it takes for the procedure to be completed.
And then it's not there permanently.
Nope,
Got it.
gone.
So it's just there for the freezing part.
Just freezes, just makes a frostbite in there and gets out.
And then it's permanent.
Yep.
Okay, interesting. Okay, not too bad, I guess. And
then really quite good, actually. Like, it's really been impressive to see how easy that is in the office. I mean, women are laughing and telling stories through the procedure. It's
like you don't go to sleep or
no,
anything like that?
No.
We have like 10 seconds here, Rhonda, but I do want to get to preserves the cavity.
We can still take a look inside the cavity.
Okay.
That's the difference between NovaSure and Serene.
Got it.
After NovaSure, it kind of scars in, whereas with Serene, it sort of scars out, and you can still see in there in case there were a polyp or something to develop.
We have information up on the screen for those who are just interested in learning more and just every other thing that you have to help out everyone.
It's a really neat procedure. Who wants a period? None of us probably.
Nobody.
So, you know, call us.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thanks, doctor. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.